What's going on, YouTube people? This is Michael Cooper, aka Coop, coming to you live from the Bit Scoop with Coop. And just to let you know what we have going on right now, this is going to be the very first stream live on YouTube, as far as it goes for the Bit Scoop with Coop. So make sure you stay tuned, stay connected. Hope you all enjoy.
Minutes until showtime.
Hey, Veronica. Hey, Veronica, can you hear me?
Minutes until showtime.
Hey, Veronica, can you hear me? Hey, Veronica, can you hear me? Veronica. Hey, Veronica, can you hear me? Hey, Veronica.
Yep.
Veronica.
Hi.
Hey, just let you know our show started in about 1 minute.
Great.
All right.
Can't wait.
Me neither.
1 minute until showtime. Show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Cool. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Ladies Cool. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Hang around Mr. Cool. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Ladies Cool. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bit Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Season 4 is still going strong, everybody. Make sure you tell all your family, your friends, your associates, your haters. Make sure you tell all of them to go to blogtalkradio.com/the Bit Scoop with Coop. Also, they can catch us live on Facebook Live right now. That's right, guys. We're streaming live at facebook.com/the Big Scoop with Coop. Also, YouTube. We're going live on YouTube for the first time ever. YouTube.com. Look in the live streaming section and you'll see the show live also. Now, also make sure you go by the website, thebitscoopwithcoop.com, to check out all the latest episodes from season 1 all the way up to now. And also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MCOOP317. That's my Instagram and Twitter account. But guys, enough about me, everybody. Now, today, my guest, wow. She has done a lot. I mean, from being in American Horror Story, Showtime's Master of Sex, and also the upcoming HBO special, Insecure. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Veronica Mannion. Welcome to the show.
Coop, thanks so much for having me. What a great introduction.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Veronica, I just want to say it's a pleasure for you to be on the show. Thank you for coming on the show. I know you're a very busy woman for taking time to come out on this show. And I know we're going to rock this show like you always do in your movies and TV shows.
You know it. I love your song, Hanging with Soup. So
Sing
hot.
it.
I love it.
Sing it, Veronica. All right.
Let's do a remix.
Hey,
Let's do a remix.
Hey, why not? Definitely, why not? Now, Veronica, on this show, we do always talk about how you started in your career, your success, give advice on how to get into your career, and much more. But before we get into all of that, Veronica, how was your day so far?
Great. I had the day off today. I caught up on some of my own projects. Yesterday, I got to shoot with legend Jessica Lange and Susan Sarandon on this new FX show, Fuse, that's coming out next year. So I'm a happy camper.
I would be too. Seriously. Good job. Now, I want you to make sure you get your rest for the rest of the day because, like I said, you're a busy woman and there's so much you have going on, even down with HBO Insecure. We're going to talk about that later on. But for your fans that's watching right now, Veronica, and for the people that's new to you, when did you first realize that you wanted to become an actress?
For me, I grew up doing the whole acting thing. My mom was very theatrical. I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco, and then so I grew up doing a lot of theater stuff. And I have two sisters, and my mom would kind of make us, do these like sister skits and like sing for her friends all the time. And I just thought, we would kind of enter showbiz together. And I had a very rude awakening when both my sisters were like, what? We have no desire to do that. But I definitely got my mom's acting bug and went into theater and then thought I was never going to look this good again. Better move down to LA and capitalize on, living the dream.
Wow. And that's one thing I can say that you are doing. You are living the dream. And it's always good that at a young age that you want to do this. I mean, your sister said, nah, but you said, okay, I'm going to continue with it. And look where you're at now. I mean, congratulations on that. And I'm a firm believer of if you start at a young age and you know you like it, it's going to get implanted inside you that you want to continue doing it and doing it. And you're another person another proven case talking to you. Look what you're doing now from a young age up to now. So congratulations on everything that you've done, Veronica.
So much. It took me a while to really own it, too, because, saying you want to be an actress to people, they're like, yeah, it's so hard being an actress, nobody ever really makes it, you're not going to make any money, haha, so you want to be a waitress, and lucky for me, my parents were so supportive, but even with supportive parents, it took a while to really, claim myself as an actress and stop pursuing, the side job, be in a position to, really go for it full time, So thanks. That's the first step, is realizing what you love to do, what you just can't see yourself doing anything else but, and then go after that 100%. And it's working for me. So do it. Don't be afraid.
So were you one of those kids where they, when you was in school, they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you say an actress?
Yeah, well, I said the first woman president when I was 7, and then that quickly changed. When I was like, what's politics? That sounds boring. Give me the limelight any day.
Exactly.
But yeah, I did a lot of, school plays. I was in choir. I was in jazz choir. I had a video camera growing up, so I would lure my friends over to my house and then make them dress up and do music videos with me, or like murder mysteries. So I was always creating stuff and just, finding some sort of way to express myself, and acting was always my favorite love.
Nice. Very nice. 'Cause I was about to say, do I need to try to get in contact with Hillary Clinton and tell her that she has to wait for a while, because you said back when you were 7 that you want to be the one that's president. So if I need to get in contact with Hillary,
Well, I hope not, given our other options. I hope she doesn't have to wait.
Understandable. Yes. Now, we heard about how you actually started, in your career. And I still say your career because you started this when you was a young girl, even though it wasn't thought of as a career back then. But you started. I still count it as part of your career. Fast forward up to now. Yeah, fast forward up to now. What type of hurdles or obstacles that you had to go through to get to where you're at today?
I think because I come from a theater background, I always played you play all sorts of different characters and different parts, and I carried that down with me when I moved to LA, and I think I was a little bit too big for TV and film, and also just thinking I could play any part. I could play a 15-year-old boy, or I could play a 60-year-old woman. I'm a theater actress, but that's not true in Hollywood. You really have to understand the business side of it. So I think that was probably my toughest hurdle, was how to brand myself, how to stay true to who I am as an actor and as a performer, and not put myself in a box, but be able to realize how the industry sees myself and put myself in a box so that I'll have any sort of chance to just get into any room and get seen, for a part that I can nail. So I think that was probably the hardest thing, is just trial and error, and realizing that theater is not the same as film and TV, even though it's there are elements that are very similar, but it's a very different medium.
So true. Very, very true. And a lot of people that's not in the business, they probably feel that, hey, I can actually, if I can act on stage, I can act in a major motion movie, or I can act on a major television show. And people have to understand, when you're theater, you're live. There's no cut. Let me start over. When you're on stage, you have to keep going, mess up or no mess up. As far as it goes for television and movies, yeah, you can cut the scene and everything, but people have to understand there's so much of a difference when it comes to, theater to movie to television. It's it's taped different, the audience is different, and everything. So I'm glad that you had a taste of all of this to see exactly how this actually goes down. So you and a few other people that I know have went through that, but there's a lot of people that feels that, hey, you can't do that. If you can do one, you can do them all. And I believe there's different steps on how you take things when you go through from one to the other.
Definitely. I think, it served me well. And now, yesterday, I had to do a lot of, movement stuff. And I was just kind of thrown into it. And, theater definitely helped. But, you're acting for the camera instead of the whole slew of audience. You're acting for this tiny little frame. And it's just, and you're also not in control. As an actor, you're just kind of plugged into the machine, especially on these big budget TV shows and stuff. You're really just a pawn, and you have no idea. Sometimes you'll get to see what the frame is, and you'll be like, okay. And as a smart actor, I'll always try to see what the shot looks like so I can, give the best performance for the camera. But you really also have no control what take they use, how they cut it. In theater, it's really the actor's game. You get to control everything. You give the audience their experience. If you feel off, you're going to give a different performance. But in TV and film, you're just trying to do your best job, and have to have faith that everybody else is doing their best job, and that's also what kind of makes it so fun. Is it's such a collaborative experience.
And that's true. Have you ever had a situation during theater, where you was on stage and you had somebody on stage with you and you knew they was going to say something, but it still caught you off guard and you had to like hold your laugh in or stay in a certain type of character, and it was kind of hard to control? Have you ever been through that?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at staying in character. When I was doing, it's fun when you do like sketch comedy or like comedy stuff, like, because I'm always trying to make my co-star laugh, trying to make them break. I guess that's kind of mean, but I think that's a fun game to play on stage, because I like to win too. But I was in Streetcar Named Desire, and I was playing Stella, and my Blanche, she got some of the lines wrong, and we were just going, and I was trying to go in circles trying to get her back on track. So I'm like staring at her, and we're doing these lines from like a different scene, and I'm trying to get back to like this other line so that another actor can hear their cue and like come in. So there's definitely, that can be really nerve wracking, and you're just kind of, you have no idea what's gonna happen. That's also the joy of live theater.
So true. So true. Ladies and gentlemen that's listening worldwide right now, if you are in the theater, anywhere you are, and if you listen to Veronica, because, if you can stay in character, you're doing good for yourself. There's some people that cannot stay in character. I've seen it myself. And they forget they're supposed to be acting a serious role. And someone says something pure tea hilarious. Wow, that was really country right there. I just said, Veronica. I said pure tea. But really hilarious. And that's what happens. You'll break character. But make sure you do pay attention to the show, because Veronica's been through it. And she is a true professional. So make sure you do pay attention. Now, Veronica, we have talked about how you started in your career. We talked about your theatrical side. Now, let's talk about the television side. Now, you was actually in FX show American Horror Story. How was that? How was the atmosphere during that show?
That was awesome. I love American Horror Story, and I was on last season Hotel with Lady Gaga and got to meet her. So cool. But she was such a control freak on set. Like, it was really her set. She's like telling kind of everybody how to do their jobs, and everybody just kind of, going with it because she's Lady Gaga. And also she's a perfectionist, and she's amazing at what she does, obviously. But that was pretty fun watching her tell the prop guy what kind of rose and how she wanted the rose to look in her scene. But when you're a day player like that, you're really just kind of plugged into the machine. So I was just on set for one day. I got to wear the most amazing costumes. I was a fangirl from the 1920s. So my costume, everything from like my underwear is like, super vintage and super real. And but you get to set and you're just, a cog in the machine. There's this huge crane that they're doing. They're like blowing in, all this smoke from this mausoleum, and it was a lot of fun. It was a long day on set. They're notorious for running over. I think I was there for like 16 or 18 hours, which is pretty crazy. Usually you're there for like 8 max, otherwise they have to pay you overtime. So, but it was a really great experience. It was really fun. What else can I say about it? We did a lot of takes.
Nice.
We did a lot of takes for that.
So, what was the atmosphere like behind the scenes on that day that you was there? How was it like? Were people real serious where we couldn't see on the camera, or were people having fun backstage? How was it?
It was kind of serious for the actors. It was a big scene for Lady Gaga. She was doing this like huge scene for her, so she was very serious about it. And her other actors were kind of giving her like the space she needed. Everyone was really respectful, really nice. People who work on sets are usually great people. Like, I haven't had the misfortune of working with an awful director or anything like that. Everyone wants to make a great product. Everyone is happy to have a job,
Mm-hmm.
and happy to be making movie magic. So it was cool. It's a huge thing going on. There must have been like 100 people there, like over 100 people all working.
Wow. Wow. Big shout outs to Lady Gaga for doing American Horror Story. Big shout outs to Veronica for doing American Horror Story. Big names has been on this show, people. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go check out FX show, American Horror Story. You will like the show. You will get addicted to it by just watching the first episode all the way up. Veronica, what season are they on right now?
I think they're about to start season 7. I was on
That's
season
what I
6
thought.
last year with Coop I, I think.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now, also, Veronica, you've been on one of Showtime's hit shows, Master of Sex. How was that?
Oh. Well, that was my first professional television gig, and I had to be naked. So that was like a really nerve-wracking, exciting experience. And that was also, you're kind of plugged into the machine, but because I was part of the Masters and Johnson sex study and had to be nude on set, everyone was like super respectful. It was actually more of a female-run set, which was really nice too. It was a closed set, so all the men turned their backs when I had to take off my top. It was like really nice. And it ended up being a really freeing experience. Like I was kind of on the fence about doing it. Every actor has to kind of make that choice for themselves. I was really against doing nudity for a really long time because I didn't want to be, shower girl number 3.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to be like naked girl on the pool, like 4 in the background,
Right.
But this was such a good show. I was like such a fan of the show. I, was like my kind of ticket way in because in this industry, no one really wants to hire like someone that doesn't have any credits, and you kind of need credits to get in the door, but then you can't get in the door without any credits. And this was like, I got my manager, Entertainment Lab, Sean Dobrovac. He's amazing. And this was the first audition they sent me on. And I was like, nudity, really? Then I went, and it was a really funny scene. It was a good part. They were super respectful. I got it, of course. It's always the one that you don't really want that you get,
Yeah.
And I decided to do it, mostly because I saw this video of myself. You know how I said I used to make my friends do music videos. My friend from high school came over, and we were watching this old music video that we had made where I was probably like 30 pounds heavier, and my breasts were very large. And I thought, no one is ever going to see those breasts again. Those don't exist. That girl is like, it's gone. I do not look like that girl anymore. Like, why do I care so much about this body that I'm in right now? These breasts are not going to last that much longer. Why do I care so much?
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of my clicked in moment. And then I shot it thinking it was going to be like this really glamorous, kind of scene. Like, it was like on top. I was lying on the bed on my back, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna look so beautiful, with my breasts and everything. And then I saw it, and it's like really unflattering. I kind of have a double chin. You can only see like one boob kind of jumping up and down for like 5 seconds. So I feel like I have like still a lot of mystery left. And it was a really good experience. It gave me a lot of confidence, and I was like, if I can do this, I'm not really nervous about anything. And
Right.
And then it got me my first great TV credit, and made other people, trust that I wasn't some whack job, and got me into more rooms and more jobs.
Hey, nice. If you want to see the ghost of Veronica's past, make sure you go to Showtime, look for Master of Sex, look at the show, check out the series and everything. You may dig the show, so check it out, everybody. Big shout-outs to Showtime, big shout-outs to FX also. You guys are doing big things in the television industry and the movie industry, so continue to do that. Now, Veronica, what some people that's probably don't know you, that's getting introduced to you for the first time, they didn't know this about you. And I want you to tell them about the movie that you wrote and directed and filmed. It's called Booze, Boys, and Brownies.
Booze, Boys, and Brownies, the
Yes.
musical.
Yes.
The best indie film you'll see, in my humble opinion. It spanned from my one-woman show that I was doing when I first moved down here as a way to get noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I'll put on a show, on a theater show, and play a bunch of characters and make people laugh and sing a bunch of songs. And I did it, and nobody came because this is Hollywood, kid. I don't want to go see a theater show, some big nobody, you know. So I started writing it into like a web series, but I'm not a huge web series person, so what always really inspired me and made me want to be an actress was movies, especially musicals. I grew up watching Funny Girl over and over and over again and really identifying with Barbra Streisand and her big nose, even though I didn't have like a big nose when I was watching it or anything. I was like 4. But I kind of made my own Funny Girl version of myself. It's just playing like a heightened version of myself. It's kind of a true-ish story of me moving to LA, trying to get over my ex-boyfriend, you know, and going on crazy auditions, doing this one-woman show, trying to get noticed. And it all takes place in December. And it's a musical. So you should check it out.
So how can people actually find this to watch it?
Yeah, so I'm selling it right now on Vimeo On Demand. I'm still working on trying to get it on Amazon and iTunes. It got into 10 film festivals, including Cinequest, which is a pretty big one in San Jose. I also won a couple awards. So you can rent it or buy it right now on Vimeo On Demand / Booze, Boys, and Brownies.
Nice. Everybody that's watching, ladies and gentlemen, everybody all around the world, if you want to check out this, go check it out. Once again, it's called Booze, Boys, and Brownies. Came from Veronica. She wrote it. She directed it. She did her thing. And if you want to hear a nice musical, make sure you check it out. Go check it out now. Facebook Live with no Facebook Live. Don't go check it out right now. Wait till after the show. Then go check it out. Now, Veronica, what you actually been doing? Big on HBO right now. It's about to come out, and I want you to tell everybody about this show. And this is a show that I'm ready to see, and I know the world is ready to see. And it's one of HBO's special, Insecure. Tell everybody about the show.
I'm so excited about Insecure. I think it's the best new HBO show. I think it's what every HBO show wants to be. It has heart. It's funny. It's real. It's new. It's fresh. It's from a perspective of a young Black woman who's like amazing and real and funny and talented. And I just think everyone will love it. And I can't wait for you to watch. It comes out October 9th this Sunday. But you can actually stream the pilot right now online at hbogo.com.
Nice. So what is your character based off of?
I play Kitty, the annoying coworker of Issa. Issa Rae is the creator, and she plays Issa D, kind of a heightened version of herself. And we work in the office together called We Got Y'all, helping underprivileged kids. And I'm that annoying girl that thinks she's making a difference, you know, going to her office job, carrying her metal water bottle, and talking about what she thinks young Black kids should be doing with their lives.
Wow. Nice. So how was the atmosphere shooting this show?
It was just awesome. Became like a family, and the nicest people you will ever meet, like the most talented, the best lunches of your life are at HBO.
So true.
It was great. I mean, it felt really small too, like American Horror Story. You kind of feel like you're plugged into the machine, and it's so big. Like this was just, you know, we're shooting this pilot. We hope it gets picked up. Everybody felt how special it was. I read a lot of scripts. And this one, I laughed out loud. I don't ever really laugh out loud at scripts. when I'm reading them alone, and it was just so funny. It was like just so smart, and you know, you just kind of felt like the magical energy that, and they made this like, you know, like a safe space for people to just try things and be themselves and be vulnerable, and you know, it was like nothing I've ever experienced, and what, like, you know, the best things you always hear is like, it was just magic, and I think that shows on screen.
And I believe that. Everybody, make sure you go check it out. Give them the date. Give everybody the date again, Veronica.
October 9th, this Sunday, is the premiere of Insecure, but you can also check it out right now on HBOGo.com.
All right, guys, make sure you go check it out. Ladies and gentlemen that's listening worldwide, make sure you check it out, HBO Go, for the pilot. October the 9th, make sure you tune in to HBO. Check out Insecure. This is going to be a hot show, everybody. Make sure you do go watch this. Don't miss out on this. Insecure, HBO, big things are happening. Now, personal question, Veronica. Do you feel that it's harder to get into the movie and television industry now compared to 10 years ago?
You know, I think people would say actually that it's the opposite, that there's, you know, that there's no excuse now, that anybody who has a camera and everything can make their own work and put their own stuff online. I mean, look at Issa Rae. That's how she got started. She just started creating this web series, this YouTube web series that got over 1 million hits, you know, and then she got picked up by HBO. So it's like, that happens. Like, I'm on a show where that happens, and I only heard that happens, you know, but you look at Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and that's her story too.
Yep.
But at the same time, I feel like you have to be smart too, because people aren't really willing to take chances now on just anybody and kind of do the work to like brand them and change them and promote them. Now they kind of are like, they expect you to already have that figured out for yourself, which I think a lot of artists struggle with, the business side, and like being, you know, being their own best critic and their own manager, and identifying like, you know, who I am, how to market myself, like what kind of content I should be doing, like where to pitch it, you know. That can seem overwhelming now, I think, these days, even though we have so many opportunities now, and, you know, with online and like digital cameras and everything, I think it seems like there's so much now that it's like you're just throwing like a penny in the well, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think are smart about it. You know, it is a great time to be doing what we're doing.
So true. I mean, and how everybody says, you know, if you have an iPhone, pick up your iPhone, get in the camera mode, hit video, shoot. That's what a lot of people are doing today. Or go buy you a personal camera, shoot. Veronica is so right. There's so many opportunities indoors to get into this business where it's not funny. I mean, there's so many different ways to shoot something. Now, as far as it goes for your skill in acting, yes, that matters too. But at the same time, you have to make sure, you know, you got your skill on lock, make sure you know what you're doing, and the internet is here. You can put it on YouTube. You can put it on Vimeo. Post it to social media. Right now, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. I mean, so many different avenues that you can actually get out there. So if you're listening to this today worldwide and you want to become an actor or actress or a producer or a director or a filmmaker, there's no excuse. You can actually get out there and do your thing. And I guarantee you think people are not watching, but trust me, they're watching. There's people every day that goes on social media, and I'm talking about producers, Hollywood, Atlanta, New York, wherever. They look for fresh new content. So if you want to do it, get your equipment, go out there and shoot. Make sure you do that. Now, talking
You'll learn so much just by doing it. You'll like learn, you know, your angles. You'll learn like it's funny at all. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're so right about that. Now, Veronica, talking about the new age right now, how important is social media to the movie and television industry?
Yeah, I think it's more and more important important, unfortunately. Like, even when I self-submit myself to things, people want, like, Twitter stuff and all that jazz. I just revamped my IMDb page, and I feel like that helped me get this job on this new Feud show, because before, like, it just, like, I didn't have, like, any of my new credits kind of up, and I think when they're making their final decision, if they go to your IMDb and it's, like, looks really sad, or you have, like, an old picture, or you don't have any Instagram followers, you know, I think if they're choosing between two, like, maybe it does make a difference. Like, I'm not really sure. I'm not in the room yet, you know, to tell you it's not for a fact, but I do think shows kind of lean that way. Like, if all your materials look really professional, if you have somewhat of a following, if, you know, you're presenting yourself in the right way, your image is really important. This is Hollywood, you know, like it or not, this is their chosen profession.
That's very true, and you couldn't have said it any better. I do believe also that social media has a big part in decision making. And now, back in the day, I remember it used to be all about your skill, what you can do. If you can act, perfect. You'll get picked over the person that cannot act. Now, it's all about your following, because followings will equal ratings. Ratings will equal money. Money will equal more things they can actually do, and plus pay raises for other people. So, guys, make sure you do get if you're trying to do this, get your social media numbers up. If you have an IMDb page, make sure you fix it up like Veronica did. She fixed hers up, boom. Next thing I know, look what she's doing now. So I think everything that Veronica has done, from Booze Boys and Brownies to Insecure to American Horror Story to Masters of Sex to all of these things that she's done, she combined it all into one, threw it on IMDb, not throw it. She actually laid it out perfectly, and boom, look where she's at now. So everybody that's listening, if you do have a page, if you have social media, clean it up, make it great. People are watching. Now, what is the best way for your fans to actually find you on social media?
Yeah, you can, you know, I'm on Facebook, Veronica Mannion. My movie Booze, Boys, and Brownie is also on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Veronica Man with one N, and Instagram, Veronica Man with two N's, just to keep you confused.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you don't stay too confused. Find her on social media. Follow her. Make sure you see what Veronica's doing on her latest and greatest. Go check out her IMDb page if you want to see everything that she has done. Make sure you follow her. Veronica has a big career ahead of her. She is nowhere near to being done. So make sure you follow her from here. Go find her past shows. Watch what she's done. If you're trying to get into this industry, watch, learn, take it in, and utilize it for yourself. Make sure you do that. Now, Veronica, what is your ultimate goal in the movie and television industry?
You know, I have the grand scheme ideas of making my own stuff and getting that, you know, produced, and, you know, maybe making Booze, Boys, and Brownies into its own, like, TV spinoff.
Wow.
But my goal is also just to be doing this, you know, and make a living off of it. You know, I'm already pretty much there, but, you know, like, just keep going, you know, and just keep doing what I love, and be a working actor, and more jobs and more work, and keep growing, and then make up my own projects that hopefully move people and inspire them to become artists too.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Veronica Mannion, make sure you do check her out. You heard what her ultimate goal is. I hope we do see Booze, Boys, and Brownies as a television show. I believe it has the potential of doing it, and Veronica just got to make it happen. I know she will. Now, Veronica, once again, I know you are a busy lady, but what advice would you give any male or female that wants to come into the movie or television industry as an actor or actress?
I would say do it. If you really love it, like, just do it, you know? But you have to you have to really believe in yourself. I think that's the most important thing. Believe that it's possible. You know, like, I did not think it was possible for a while, but I believed in my talent, you know, and I believed that if I, with hard work and just being who I was and just keep putting myself out there among, like, the million rejection you're going to get, you're going to think, like, every part your big break, and none of them are, you know, like, even Insecure, like, this is a really, really big break, but it's just a small part, you know, on an HBO show, and, like, where's the next work coming from, you know, like, you never know where the next part's going to come from, and just put yourself out there and do it, like, if you really want to do this, like, stop second-guessing it and do it, and marketing yourself, I think, realizing, branding yourself, you know, watching the co-star, like, the little lines on shows,
Right.
and realizing what parts you could play. Because you're not going to be the lead right off the bat. You know, you're going to be doing that one line here and there. And being smart actor, you know, and then being an actor. Putting yourself out there and acting. Just act.
Nice. Veronica, I want to thank you for coming on the show. You have shed a lot of light. Make sure you go, like she said before, go to HBO Go. Check out the pilot show for Insecure this Sunday. HBO. Make sure you tune in for the season premiere of Insecure. Check out her past shows, American Horror Story, Master of Sex, Fine Booze, Boys, and Brownies. Watch it. Make sure you do that. Because once again, I believe it's going to be converted over to a television series. So you actually get the head start on what this show is really about. So, Veronica, once again, thank you for coming on the show. And I really enjoyed you. And I would love for you to come back in the future.
Thank you so much for having me, Coop. It was so much fun. I think this is so great that you're doing this, and you're such an inspiration. And, you know, everybody who's listening, you can do it.
You heard it here first. All right, Veronica, you make sure you have a good night. And until next time, people, on The Big Scoop with Coop.
Thank you for using.
Okay, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. What is going on, people? Thank you for tuning in to the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button up here, or the share button. Well, yes, share it if you can. Please share the show. Hit the subscribe button so you can make sure you know when my next show is. If you do be missing my post, it'll actually show up on your timeline. So make sure you do check all of that out. It's just one click of the button and it'll show up on your timeline. So you can make sure that you can catch every show. Thank you, Tawan. What's going on, James? Thanks a lot. Hey, Marcus, what's up, man? What up, Dante? What's going on, Gab? Once again, this was an informative show. She's doing big things, people. Make sure HBO Sunday, Insecure, check out the show. It's going to be great. YouTube Live, thank you, YouTube, for tuning in also. So we all made this a success. Once again, what's going on, Gab? Once again, make sure you click on that subscribe button right here on this page. You actually see what's going on. You won't miss a show. What's going on, Jaleel? So, once again, thank you, everyone, for showing up. I enjoyed the show. Next show will be next Tuesday and Thursday. So, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you do that, and you can actually check out the new show on time. What's going on, Jaleel? Once again, thank you, everyone, and I hope everyone have a great night, and I'll holler at you guys later.